Let's do this. Let's go, MR2! Woo! Oh my goodness, there's nobody here today. Whew. Ready to go, just waiting for the half of the hour. So pretty much gonna run this car, test some parts. So Walker did good. First session, I beat my personal best, 215, which is not too bad. So I'm gonna adjust the coilovers a little bit, the suspension. Alright, how you guys doing today? So we went to the track earlier at Chuckwalla, White Walker, and a little early today. We pretty much started at 9 o'clock. We ended around 12 o'clock, so 3 hours. But in that hour, each session was half an hour long.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
So I was able to do 3 good sessions, so an hour and a half. And I went through the whole fuel tank of E85. And today's main goal was to pretty much test out the parts that's in the car on the White Walker. But unfortunately, the transmission selector, it didn't want to go into 3rd or 4th gear at all. 1 and 4th and 3 and 4. So it was just really loose. And then I was stuck luckily I was stuck in 4th gear, and I was able to ride all the way out to the track, going home. Exiting the racetrack. And I was able to pretty much put it in 1st gear manually, as you can tell from the video that I posted earlier. But yeah, the main thing with today was adjusting the coilovers that we just had for the White Walker. And this one is a custom setup, and it's gonna be pretty much running a custom coilover housing, a custom valving, and a set of Swift springs that's in the car right now. Before the track event, my time was around 2:18 with the old setup. A month ago, I was here a month ago, and I was averaging about 2:18, and that was my best time back then. And I did 2:15, but I couldn't get that 2:15 again. So today, mostly 90% of the runs that I got, it was at 2:15, which is good. I gained about 3 seconds, and on road racing like Chuckwalla, any second count pretty much. But for me to able to average 2:15 on the setup, the car handles great. The first 2 sessions, I wasn't playing with the suspension a lot, but the last one I was able to fine tune a little bit, just kind of soften it up here and harden up over there. So just pretty much fine tuning it. I was on the phone with Swift Spring, and then they're telling me what to do, and like kind of give them feedbacks on the springs. And we were just fine tuning the suspension. The last session, I felt really comfortable. I was pretty much thinking like I'm one with the car.
In 5.8 miles, stay to the right to I-10 West, San Bernardino, Los Angeles.
But yeah, I felt a lot more comfortable the very last session. That's before lunchtime. That's before the transmission, the selector gave out on me. But yeah, I was the car felt planted. I was doing really good during mid corners, and I was able to like floor it, and the car would just launch during mid turn, which felt great. I wasn't like losing control or anything like that, but I was able to maintain my speed and just went kind of like follow through with each corners. But other than that, the car runs good. Oil pressure got up to like 190. The oil cooler is doing its job. I can run the car all day long. I don't have to worry about overheating the oil at all. But the car handles really well for what it is. It's pretty much a budget built race car that I imagine it for. It has like eBay sway bars, pretty much Willwood brakes on the front, a U set of Willwood brakes, 95 turbo rear add-on with the adapter from Ever2 Heavens, running RX-8 rotors. Transmission E153 LSD. It does now have a built Gen 4. I blew the other Gen 4, a stock one, only because I wasn't running an oil cooler, and it was just cooking the engine, and then I didn't do any cool down lap. But with this setup that I have now, no cool down lap required. It's my 4th session with this built motor, and I'm just being the crap out of the car. Pretty much, it's a solid engine. And big shout out to my boy Adrian, did a good job on it, man. It's the engine's still running, buddy. but it is running on a billet 15B turbo from Campos, and it's on the car for about 3 years now. So with a lot of abuse that I put it through. But other than that, everything else on the car mechanically, it's good. The tire's good. I am running next to Sureforce 215 45 17 and 245 40 17. And let's see what else it has. It got adjustable exhaust in there. You got the carbon fiber pipes from BobMr2 Heavens. Side mount intercooler. The car is tuned on E85 flex fuel. Big shout out to my boy Danny, Unrivaled Tuning. And let me see what else. Yeah, the car is boosting 18 pound, making 360 horsepower, 340 foot-pound of torque to the wheels, Dynapack. And yeah, the future for the car is pretty much I'm gonna run a different turbo setup, just because I just want something different so that I can like go a little bit higher end, a little bit faster on a straightaway. This turbo is good for what it is. I mean, but I just want to change it up a little bit, just put something different on the car, and then pretty much it's a guinea pig MR2 where I'm gonna put this setup on the future cars that I'm planning to build. So that way the car is track ready, as well as, you know, you can drive in the streets on the weekends, stuff like that. And the future cars is gonna have flex fuel as well. It'll be tuned to a Link ECU, and of course every single MR2 is gonna have a custom map for it, so you can run on 91 or E85, and with the new upgraded turbo as well. So oh yeah, it does have the 1000cc injectors, the Bosch and right there, and it does have a flex fuel setup, hoses, pumps, injectors, pretty much. The car, it's made to handle abuse that I put it through, and I don't drive this car light at all. Like, I don't baby this car. Every time I get a chance on it, I just want to rip it, you know, just put it to the max. If it breaks, it breaks, you know. That means that there's a flaw somewhere that I need to address. But so far, it's been a good, solid setup, and I'm excited to pretty much, can't wait to take it back on the track again. It's an amazing feeling when you track this car. It's like you're thinking the streets is fun. No, take it to autocrossing, take it to road racing.
In 1 mile, stay to the right to I-10 West, San Bernardino, Los Angeles.
That's when you pretty much know the car and appreciate the car even more. So I'm gonna give you guys a heads up on it, on the update on my walker as it is right now. So it's gonna get more parts put on it, more R&D as a guinea pig MR2, so that I can apply the same setup onto my future cars. You know, if someone wants like a track ready car for that car, for the MR2. And yeah, just super excited. Can't wait for the brand new transmission to get here so I can slap it on and just continue having fun with it. These used transmissions, man, I'm telling you, you hit or miss. But with the abuse that I put them in,
stay to the right to I-10 West, San Bernardino, Los Angeles.
It's always something different with these transmissions. The first one, my fourth gear was gone. My last transmission, my third gear was gone. Now
continue straight for 25 minutes to I-215 South Riverside.
Simple, but I was having a good time. It was around like 5,000 to 7,000 most of the day today, just boosting and holding, and then maybe it got too hot or something. So we'll see how this new setup's gonna be. Could be the problem too. I'm cooking the gear oil. It's not doing its job. But other than that, yeah, I hope you guys are like watching my channels, and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, so that way I know you guys are actually watching the videos, and I'll keep making more, you know. So cool.